So we'll be talking about the probability of compound events. So that's the project. So this is about you flip a coin. What is the probability that it shows heads on the first flip and shows tails on the second flip? So the tree diagram is when heads is there's a possibility that you can get heads and tails, and when there is the first flip is a tail, then it'll be tails and heads and tails for the second flip. So basically these are the combinations, which is heads and tails and heads, tails and tails. So one of the four is heads first and tails second fraction. So one of them, which is the number 2. So it's 1/4 probability. Then Tommy has 4 navy socks and 6 black socks in the drawer. One dark morning, he randomly pulls out 2 socks. What is the probability that he will select a pair of navy socks? How many navy socks are there? That's 4. So the first pull will be 4 out of 10. That's the total number of socks. 4 navy socks. The second pull, because he's already pulled out a navy sock, he would pull out, if he wants to pull out another navy socks, he has to do it for a group of 3. For 3 navy socks and the total of 9. So it's 3 by 9. So what happens if you have to do a compound probability of both the first and the second pull? So you have to multiply those. So when the 2 pulls, probability of 2 pulls are multiplied, it's 2/15. Next goes, there are 2 glasses of root beer and 4 glasses of cola in the counter, and he draws 2 of them at a random. What is the probability that he drank 2 glasses of cola? So we're looking at cola, so there's 4 colas out of 6, and the second would be 3 out of 5, just like the one on the top. So you multiply those 2 and that'll become 2/5. This one is Steve reaches into the bag of 5 red marbles, 3 yellow marbles, and 2 green marbles. Just because there are 3 different colors, that doesn't make any difference when you do a compound probability. So in this case, we're looking to be selecting a yellow marble, which is about 3 yellow marbles. So the first, Steve's yellow chances, so Steve and Sam both are selecting it in this case, and in this case, Steve's yellow marble chance is 3/10, and Sam's yellow marble chance is 3/10 to 2. How is that possible? Because he puts the marble back. In this case, if you can see, he selects one, then he puts the marble back, and Sam reaches into the same bag to select it. So again, the compound probability chance is multiplying the 2, and it's 9/100. This one is a green die and a red die are tossed. What is the probability that a 4 shows on a green die and a 5 shows on the red die? So in this case, we're looking for both the dice getting tossed. So this is a tree diagram for it. So there are 36 outcomes. One path of the 36 is actually when 4 and 5 are drawn from the green and the red die. So we're looking for this when there's one die, and then these are the combinations for the second die. So this basically is a combination when there is 1, and then there are all these in the second die. When there's 2 in one die and all these in the second die, 3 in one die, and 4 in one die, and 5 in one die. So if we're looking for 4 in one die and 5 in the second die, so that becomes a combination of 1/16. So the next one is the box contains 5 red marbles and 7 green marbles. What's the probability drawing 2 red marbles? With replacement would be, the first pull is 5 by 12. And the second pull is 5 by 12 with replacement, because he replaces the red marble, so it'll be the same. So the compound will be multiplying both. and in this case it is, because he's not replaced it, it would be 5 out of 12 and then 4 out of 11 and then multiplying it. So in this case it's the same same kind of problems, but doing different things, like 6 pennies, 9 nickels, and 3 dimes. 2 nickels would be just the nickel part, which is 9 out of 15. Sorry, 9 out of 18. That's the total. And the second pull will be 8 out of 17 because it's without replacement. In this case, it's 1 nickel and 1 dime. So there'll be 9 out of 18. It's with replacement, so it'll be, the other one is, the dime is 3 out of 18, and it's multiplied. In this case, it's without replacement, 1 nickel, 1 dime. So it'll be, first pull will be 9 out of 18, and then second pull will be 3 out of 18, and then the 2 multiplied. In this case, it's without replacement. So first one, and there are 1 penny and 2 nickels. So 1 penny would be 6 out of